Hi YouTube family, Redhead Metal Diva here, reducing red, coming at you with my week 25 post VSG surgery update. So quick run through of the numbers, it's super exciting. Highest weight was 238.4, day of surgery 226. Last week I weighed 152.6 and this week I weigh 152.6. Didn't lose anything this week, but I guess it kind of makes up for unexpectedly losing a lot more than I expected last week. But nonetheless, I am still very pleased, especially after being on a course of steroids and having a flare-up of back pain and whatnot in my really busy week this week. So happy about it. That's fine. So, bought a new dress online. I bought it solely in a size 6. Never tried it on. Just had faith that it would fit. When have you ever done that? I haven't. Just FYI. I don't online shop because nothing ever looks right on me when I get it. So, I always go to the store and I always get, my anxiety up being around that many people and who enjoys trying things on anyways, But I wanted a pretty dress for a special occasion and I found one online that I liked and I ordered it. I got it and it fit and I looked amazing. It's a little much in the cleavage because my breasts are so large, but it wasn't like so much that it was hoochie because it was a floor length dress, so it was like wider straps up top, sleeveless, v-neck, black lace. It was really, really pretty. And I just now noticed I'm nude because it's Jaybird June and July. Just thought I'd remind everyone, if you haven't been watching, that's what's going on. Not an exhibitionist. I thought I'd mix it up. It's, still over 100 degrees every day, so why not? What else? It was a pretty fun week. Tried some new and exciting stuff. Went to a new restaurant downtown that had some really, really good drinks. I did have that field of vision test because, my optic nerves look weird, and that was super exciting. And then I had my contacts reevaluated, and they're good, so I got my prescription and ordered some contact lenses. So that's been going well so far. It is still a little hard to keep them in, from 6 in the morning until midnight. If that's what ends up happening, but I'm sure your eyes get tired anyways, let alone having something like stuck in them for the day and it being windy and hot and allergies and whatever. So, that's going well. I'm also pleased with that. I still feel completely naked. All throughout the day I go to, and they're not there. And everyone at work says it's still, an adjustment not seeing me with glasses, but it's been a good 3 years where I have not had glasses on, so it's cool. And that thing on my ear that's sore is like completely gone. There's not even any, I don't feel anything. My hair needs to be washed really bad, so sorry, don't look at it. I think I've set a record. This is like 17 or 18 days without being washed. Not that I'm trying to set the record, it's just I haven't been sleeping as well at night. I have the tendency to always become tolerant of medications I'm on, so I've been taking Klonopin for many, many years to sleep. Started out at 0.5, went up to 1, and then 1.5, and for the past year or so I've been on 2 milligrams, and I'll get to sleep within about an hour of taking it, and I had been sleeping, 8, sometimes even more than 8 hours, which, I normally do like 5. well, besides the last year that I've been on 2 milligrams of Klonopin. But the last month or so, I've been waking up like 2 hours before I need to, and I can't get back to sleep. And not digging that. So I talked to my psychiatrist, and she put me on something different. And I took it for the first time last night, and it did well, so I'm hoping to not be as tired. I'm basically coming home from work and taking a nap, eating, and then going to sleep. So, kind of back to where I started when I first had the surgery. It's kind of weird. I'm a little full circle here. But, yeah. So, hopefully that will give me a little more energy, being able to sleep the whole night through. And I'll get back to the gym, I promise. I just need to get back to a good sleep pattern and not feel completely drained all the time. Yeah. So, I had my first visit with a plastic surgeon. I have set up 5 consultations so far. I might set up one more for my breast reduction. To remind you guys, I was a 36L before I started my weight loss journey. And I've recently found out that I'm about a 32K or J, depending on the bra. So that's a UK double G, which is a UK H, and they're 2 sizes bigger, so IJ. And the one I have is a very deep plunge, and so I think that's why I can fit into it. I mean, I still kind of overboob a little bit, the one I just bought. But because it's so low coverage, like covers only half my boobs, the bulge isn't as noticeable, and it's a pretty cute bra. I mean, it's just pretty much plain, but it's not like ugly with seams and give me bullet boob and all that kind of stuff. So I have that for special occasions and dresses, and I like that. So, anyways, so that's where I am, wearing a J. And that's half coverage, still popping out, so obviously I'm a K, 32K. Pretty big, I think most people would agree. My coworkers didn't even know that those sizes existed until I started working where I'm working. So, anyways, now that I've lost 80 plus pounds and my boobs really haven't shrank in relative to my body size, breast reduction. I've wanted one since I was 12 or 13, but now, I'm an adult. I've lost 80 pounds and they haven't gone anywhere, so no one can say it's because I'm overweight. I work out a lot, and obviously that it's not improving anything. So I set up all these consultations because I really want to find the right surgeon. Really want to feel comfortable because I don't like anesthesia, I don't like surgery, and this is totally elective. I mean, it's going to help a lot of, my back, neck problems, migraines, the rashes I get underneath and all that kind of stuff, but, it's still elective. I don't have to do it. It'll improve my life, probably on the significant side, but I don't have to. So I'm really being cautious and really looking into everything, and I want everything to feel right. And if that means I have to wait a year or 18 more months or whatever until I plateau, that's fine. According to my insurance policy, I qualify. So my first visit was on Thursday. And this plastic surgeon was recommended by a nurse coworker of mine, and it was kind of a disaster. On the way there, my husband was driving my car, and we got a flat tire on the freeway on the way to the doctor, and it was over 100 degrees, and that was just a mess. So I called and told them I'd be about 15 minutes late. I had a friend. He was able to leave work, come pick me up, and take me to my appointment. They waited an additional almost 20 minutes before calling me back, but whatever, I was late. I know how that is, working in a doctor's office, I know. But So the doctor comes in, after I change into the robe, I open my robe, he sits in this little rolly chair, there's a, like 3-panel mirror, and I can see what he's doing, in the mirror, behind him. And he takes one look at me and he says, well, I have bad news, insurance isn't going to cover this. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, really all you need is a lift. And I said, well, I would like a reduction. I don't like being as big as I am. And he says, well, you say you're a J or a K cup, and I don't understand cup sizes. I used to, but I don't anymore. He said, but essentially, if I lift your breast and tuck it like this and put it where it's supposed to be, you're only a D cup. So if I remove 500 grams, 450 grams like the insurance stipulates, you'll be a B cup, and that's just not appropriate for your frame. And I was like, and he like folds it all up again and puts it where it's supposed to, and he's like, see, look at that, that's a D cup. And I'm like, what D cups are you looking at? No, absolutely not. My 4'10", 97-pound opera teacher wears a D cup, and it's like, this big, and I'm like this big. No idea. And he's like, and do you also see how when I tuck that in, it creates that shelf? And I'm like, yes, because there were large boobs. And he's like, well, in order to alleviate that problem, what I would suggest is a breast lift with an implant to give it a more youthful appearance. And I'm like, am I being punked? Is there a camera somewhere? I'm asking you to hack off about half of my boob and reduce the size because of the health issues I have. And because they're down to my belly button, and you're suggesting a breast lift with an implant. You want to add to what's on my chest. You're nuts. Nuts! So, left that consultation, they gave me pricing, if I just want to lift, it's only $5,200, but insurance won't cover that. And I'm thinking, am I insane? Am I seeing a problem that's not really there? And I'm looking down at my boobs, look in the mirror. I put on my European double G, and I'm coming out of it, and I'm... Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's good that I have 5 different consultations because I can hear from 5 different people. I don't know. But if it's only a lift that I need, or if I need a cosmetic reduction of only, 200 grams or something to get them smaller and up where they should be, then I will save the money, I guess. But they definitely don't fit me. I'm in my early 30s. I should not have breasts down to my belly button. But anyways, so a little discouraged after that. But I do have 4 other surgeons I'm seeing, and we'll go from there. Because I'm reading online people's insurance, covering, and they're just a triple D. I was a triple D at 16, so, there's still some hope. But yeah, so I only have about 18 pounds to go to goal, which is so weird. I never thought I'd get anywhere this close. So, happy about that. So, overall, it was a good week. The goods outweighed the bads. And I'm excited to see some different plastic surgeons. So, sorry once again for the long video. They always seem to be this long, even when I think I have nothing to talk about. But thank you for tuning in to my week 25 vertical sleeve gastrectomy update with Jaybird June and July. I will see you guys in next week with week 26, and then shortly thereafter my 6-month surgiversary. Alright guys, thank you. See you next week. Bye.